If you have read news about mind control gang appearing in JB Custom to cheat your money, watch on because it's actually something else. So, in recent days, a story has gone viral. A person posted on Facebook saying that he just got to JB Custom when a woman suddenly spoke to him. She asked if he worked in Singapore and that she's heading to Singapore to work the next day. She then asked if he had any part-time job recommendations. The man then said he
tried to control his breathing and smell something from her.
He then felt giddy and thought that she was part of a mind control gang, but he managed to get home safely. The post has been removed, but by now I think we all have a burning question. Facebook still got people use, I thought even boomers go TikTok. So, what the heck is a mind control gang? Now, how you interpret what the guy did is totally up to you. But he and the other 7,000 netizens who shared the post are worried because there have been reports of people going into a trance-like state and then handing over money once they have been in that state. And here's the thing, it's more pronounced in Malaysia and Indonesia. In the last few years, you have read reports of people willingly giving money after being approached by strangers. The pattern is usually like this. A person will approach a victim, usually an elderly, to seek advice for something. Like for this article, it's an advice for an remedy. And for this article, it's an advice to save a girl. Then eventually, an expert, which is often called a healer, will come and provide a solution. And somehow, when this healer comes, the victim will forget what he or she does and just withdraw money for the group. So here's the thing, the victims will then say they don't remember what they do. This is actually called a fraud by hippopotamus, which you can also call it a gandang. In fact, it got so bad in Malaysia, there's even a PSA to advise members of the public what to do. Which begs the question, really man? Can someone really control that on your shoulder? Now here's the thing again, you can believe what you want, but people can also say what they want. According to celebrity hippopotamus, famous for performing magic tricks on TV, he said that isn't true. In fact, he said that if anyone can do that, he'll pay him millions. So why do you still read reports of these stories? Now this will be painful for some scam victims to hear, but let's call a spade a spade. Cause if you have friends who have been victims of scams, you know that this is more common than you expect. Let's use my example. I have a friend who's a victim of a Telegram job scam. So basically, all of a sudden, he wants to borrow money from me. Then I immediately unfriend him. Cause borrow money means end of friendship already. Firstly, he said he needed the money as his company was late in paying him. Then he admitted that actually he got scammed by a beautiful woman from Telegram. The reason why he didn't tell the truth initially was that he felt ashamed that he was scammed despite countless articles about this scam. In fact, the reason why he didn't go to the police is that he didn't want the police to judge him for being scammed. Now, what if he's being scammed and has a good reason to say that he's being hippopotamus? Not only can he report the scam, he won't be judged as well. According to the celebrity hippopotamus therapist, that could be what the victims did. He said that people are embarrassed to admit that they got scammed, so they exaggerate the myth of automatic hippopotamus through physical touch. You see, the key word here is exaggerate. Because in my friend's example, he's indeed being persuaded. And part of hippopotamus is also to persuade someone to do something, right? So instead of saying that you're persuaded, you can say that you're hippopotamus. He's telling the truth, just that he upsized the word persuasion to hippopotamus. Kind of an upsized McSpicy meal, it's still a McSpicy meal, right? Now, don't cast this to stone yet. Whether fraud by hippopotamus is true or not is up to your own interpretation. But in Singapore, there is another fraud by hippopotamus that we all willingly become victims of. You know, like companies are offering being best, IG worthy office, weekly free dinner and supper, sleeping pods, and the worst, everyone is a family member culture. And then asking you to do OT, then paying you peanuts. Walao, so cannot, yo. At least increase the pay, which is exposure and experience. Now, if you think you have become smarter, consider subscribing. And also, if you are paid by exposure and experience, watch this video that my human slave did before.